good, YouTube? It's your boy Raymond Tackle Forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back with another video. But before I get into that video, I want to remind everyone that I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on them links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up, and if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist. Today I'm back with another video. I'm doing a story time about pulled over by Virginia police. Pulled over by Virginia police. I was speeding through the tunnel and switching lanes in the tunnel. When I get out of the tunnel, get ready to make the right turn, I see police sign behind. I don't know this police SUV pulling me over, or is it going around me? So I pull up to the side. Before I pull up to the side, as I'm slowing down, he's right behind me slowing down. So I pull over right there. You know what I mean? He pulls up, he stopped right behind me, got the car. I'm like, oh Lord. I get a little nervous, so I'm gonna play it smooth. I run and ring, yes sir. Like, do you know you changed lane twice in the tunnel? So I look ahead, and the light was still good. I say, yeah, I know I'm trying to get to the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom bad. I'm trying to get up here to one of the restaurants and use the bathroom. Yeah, but you changed lanes twice in the tunnel. Like, yeah, I know, that's my bad. I apologize for that. I'm just trying to get to the bathroom. I gotta take a pee real bad. He's like, all right, but you don't need to be changing lanes in the tunnel. And then I turn and look this way again. And like, oh shoot, the pistol right there. So I put my arm down where he couldn't see it. You know what I mean? He was like, you got a permit for that? I'm like, what? You got a permit for that? Look down, nodded down again. Say, no, sir. I'm about to apply for it next week. Just lying my butt off, just trying to avoid the whole situation. Hopefully he'll go for it. You know what I mean? And mind you, this is a black officer. I'm a black man, so you know I'm trying to play my cards right and stay calm as much as possible. It's like, you know, it's against the law. It's a law in Virginia that if you have your concealed weapon out like that, it need to have a permit for it or not. Okay, thanks for the heads up. I didn't know that, but you know what I'm saying? I plan to get the permit next week on my next day off. All right, but just don't be changing lanes in the tunnel. Went about his business. When he left the car, I rolled that window up so fast and took off, put that car in drive, and I was gone. Mind you, I'm a convicted felon with a firearm sitting in the open. I forgot I had it between the seat. I forgot I had my firearm between the seat. You know what I mean? I could have went to jail because in Virginia, the state of Virginia, being caught with a firearm that's not registered to you and while being a convicted felon, that's a mandatory 5 years. So I just avoided getting 5 years incarceration from lying to the officer. You know what I mean? From lying to the officer. Thank you for that. Thankful. I'm over thankful. That's why I took off so fast. You know what I mean? And to be perfectly honest, that's my first time actually getting pulled over for switching lanes in the tunnel. It signs all over before you enter the tunnel say, do not change lanes in the tunnel. I normally look in my mirror to make sure no police around when I do change lanes in the tunnel. But this is the first time I didn't. You know what I mean? So I was slipping all around the board, as you can see. You know, and thank you, Jesus. He was a nice officer with a good attitude and was convinced from my acting skills that I had to use the bathroom. Because if not, I'd have been on my way getting locked up right now for being, a convicted felon with a firearm that's not registering him. The firearm's not registering me, it's not concealed. You know what I mean? They would have thrown everything else out and just focus on that guaranteed 5 years. There was no way to beat that. I couldn't use that excuse. They did an illegal search because when I had the window down, he seen the firearm right in the open. So I was dead to the wrong to the max. All from switching lanes in a tunnel. All from switching lanes in a tunnel. I could have been on my way to jail right now looking at 5 years mandatory from having a conceal, for having a firearm in my car. You know what I mean? Just something that simple, something that small. Something that small would have got me 5 years of incarceration. That's a wake-up call. That's a wake-up call right there. That's a wake-up call, because this not the first time this happened. It happened the second time, but the first time it happened was that night. It was at night, and you know, he didn't notice in a cup holder. It was at night. Thank you. Without lights on, it's hard to see a firearm without lights on in the car. That's why I keep my, when you open the door, my lights don't come on. Just all kind of reasons. You know what I mean? Just, it is a hood person thing, you know. But thankfully, I avoided going to get locked up right now. I just avoided a 5-year sentence from lying to an officer. I just avoided getting 5 years incarceration from lying to an officer. I'm thankful for that. I am over thankful. I hate to see all this on camera, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful, you know. And I know everybody gonna have a lot to say in the comment, but you know, I'm a hood dude and I take all kind of chances on a daily basis. I'm a risk taker. You know what I mean? And you know, only reason I'm sharing this story with my YouTube channel is all part of my testimony. It's all part of me sharing my journey through life as a black man in America. You know? And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, if you understand that. You know? And I could have told him the truth. No, I don't have a concealed weapon permit. He could have asked me to see, can I see a concealed weapon permit? If he would have asked to see my concealed permit, I'd have been screwed. I'd have been SOL. I'd have been SOL. Thankfully, that I had a good attitude, he had a good attitude, and it didn't lead to a bunch of questions. He asked me to have a driver's license. I said, yes, sir, you want to see it? You know, somebody anxious to show their driver's license, I guess he could tell that I wasn't nervous or trying to reach for the firearm. Then that you know, that's probably why it went so smooth the way it did. But I just want to share that story time with y'all. For a shout out, my shout out video the last Sunday in March. Tell me how you feel about that story. Tell me how you feel about this story. Let me know in the comments. And I give you a shout out, my shout out video the last Sunday in March. If you like this story time, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Make sure you turn on post notifications that will be notified every time I upload a video. Don't forget, I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist. And I'll see y'all in my next video.